Hey, y'all. It is time for another episode of Ask Unbreakable Anything. So, this is a challenging one. Let's do our disclaimer first. I am not, nor will I ever claim to be an expert, a mental health professional, or a know it all. I am simply a very vocal survivor. I share my experience, my strength, my hope. I share my ups, I share my downs, I share my own toxic traits, I share my own struggles, my own battles, my own insecurities. I share me. So the question that we have for Ask Unbreakable Anything is, why do I keep going back? How many of us have asked ourselves that question? How many of us have beaten ourselves up over that question? I want to talk about something. When love hurts is all you know, all you've ever known, it's what's familiar. That's what we're drawn to. Have y'all ever heard the circus story about the baby elephant? Baby elephant has a big cuff around their little leg with a chain attached. And that chain is pounded into a stake in the ground. And the baby elephant fights and tries to go and move, but that stake and that chain is holding that baby elephant back. And very quickly, the baby elephant understands that when that cuff is on that foot, there's nothing it can do. Years on down the line, the baby elephant grows into a full-size elephant. And that cuff is on that full-size elephant's leg with a chain attached to a stake in the ground. But see, that adult elephant learned early on that if this shackle is on, there's nothing I can do. That's all it knows. It doesn't know different. It doesn't know that it has the power and the strength to yank that stake out of the ground now. It's become accustomed to the restraint, accustomed to the chains of its past. It's normal. See, we became accustomed to toxicity, to the fact that love hurt, to the fact that we always had to be seeking and earning someone's love and attention and affection. We became accustomed to the crumbs that were just tossed our way. We became accustomed to the fact that when we got those crumbs, we better be grateful. Crumbs. We became accustomed to living with an empty stomach, unfulfilled, unmet needs, walking on eggshells. It's what we knew. It's what we accepted. And so when these toxic relationships come along, that's our normal. Chaos is our normal. Chaos is what we knew. Neglect is what we knew. Abandonment is what we knew. Accepting less than we deserved is what we knew. Because even though the elephant is full grown, that shackle is on that leg. And that elephant learned at an early age, this is as good as it gets. Now, we all get swept up in the love bombing, right? We're the best thing that ever happened to them. They've never loved anyone like they loved us. We understand them. We're the only person they've ever felt safe and comfortable and who they could tell everything to. We get caught up in it. It's this beautiful, bright, colorful existence, mask, facade, bells and whistles and lights and rainbows and fireworks. Oh, and we want that because we've lived in lack our entire lives. So we want that. Oh my goodness, I want that. I don't have to earn someone's love. I don't have to keep constantly showing them, look, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, because they tell us right off the bat. They show us right off the bat. They shower us. And we fall for it. We've never felt something like this. We constantly had to work for someone to love us, for someone to pay attention to us, for someone to give us some kind of validation. Love bombing comes along and we fall for it. And it lasts for a little while. And then that mask starts to come off. But they love me. They showed me. They told me. But they're better than everyone else. They are the ones who really love me. And the toxicity continues. Little by little. They test the waters. See how much they can get away with. Little by little. And we may say something, we may stand up and be like, whoa, hold on, no. So they back off a little, give us more love bombing. See, that's who they are. See, they really do love me. They really do want me. This is my soulmate. This is my twin flame. This is who I'm supposed to spend my life with. Because they're so meticulous at wearing that mask. At showing us the good side until they can test the water again, push the envelope a little further. And we fall for it completely. We start to accept less than we deserve. We start to make excuses for them. We start to accept unacceptable behaviors because they love me. Because I'm the best thing that ever happened to them. Because I'm their world. I'm their everything. They've never met anyone like me. And so when things get really bad, we want to go back. We want to go back to how it was in the beginning. Well, I know that exists. I know it's there. I saw it. I felt it. I experienced it. Never recognizing that it was a facade. Never recognizing that it was a lie. I've heard it said so many times, they are not the same person I met. They're not. Because the person you met was a lie. The person you see now, that's who they really are. Why do we keep going back? Because they showed us for one brief moment that this is as good as it gets. They tell us along the lines, no one will ever want you. No one will ever treat you as good as I treat you. We keep going back because we don't think we deserve any better. We keep going back because something's better than nothing, right? We keep going back because we have hope that who we saw in the beginning will return. We keep going back because we're terrified of being alone. We keep going back because we feel the kids deserve to have both parents, even though it's bad. We keep going back because they keep fooling us. Empty promises, more love bombing. We keep going back because that shackle tells us we can't go anywhere else. There is nothing else out there for us. This is as good as it's going to get. Until we start our healing, until we start recognizing exactly who we are, what we are worth, the fact that simply because we exist in this world, we deserve love, kindness, compassion, honesty. We deserve that as a human being. We keep going back because we don't have enough value and self-esteem in our own selves to recognize that we do deserve better. We keep going back because we think this is as good as it gets. At least I have someone rather than being alone. We keep going back because there's things we need to work on within our own selves. You can heal. You can learn to stop going back. But it all begins with you. It all begins with having those hard, honest conversations with yourself, recognizing your own toxic traits, going no contact, starting your healing, finding your self-esteem, finding your value and your worth. You can stop going back. It's possible. The question is, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you ready to stand up and say no more? Are you ready to learn how to set and maintain boundaries? Are you ready to stand up for yourself? Are you ready to love yourself first? It's possible. And you're capable. And you deserve it. What's your next question for Ask Unbreakable Anything? Y'all go be unbreakable.